Alright, are you tired of searching on Kazaa and LimeWire only to get a bunch of crap, or just don't want to download this software and use it? Well, you can use Google to download music too, and it's very easy to do. I'll show you how to do that. The first thing I want to show you is a couple of keywords that are built into Google that you can use. The first one is site, in URL, and in title. So what site is saying is I want this to be in the site, so I could type in something like site.edu to get only edu sites, which would be colleges, things like that. In URL, saying I want this to be in the URL of the thing I'm searching. And in title, saying I want it to be in the title of the page I'm searching. So we're going to use those to try to search for some music. Now, I do not condone downloading copyrighted music. Alright, so now that disclaimer is out of the way, let's do some searching. The first thing I'm going to use is in title, colon, and in the title I want to put in index of, like so. What you're telling Google here is I want the index of a folder or file, and this would be in the title. So if you're searching for someone's website and they've got the index of section available for you to search, like a folder on their web server, then you'll find a folder and all the files in that folder. Now, a lot of times though, they may have renamed it from index of to index dash of, things like that. So I will put a dot between the index of, a period there. If you put a period inside of there, like so, right there, now I'm saying anything between index of. So if it's index hyphen of or index underscore of, it doesn't matter. So I put a period between index and of. So in title, colon, index of with a period between there. I also put double quotes around index of so I can get just exact matches. I'll talk about that more in a moment. Alright, so now let's just do a search. And now I'm getting index of sites. And you can see each one of them has index of in the URL. Now it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm getting the index of someone's site though. If you see a slash before or after it, that's usually an index of. But if you see something like index of poisons, that's just someone's website. So let's go back and refine the search a little more. So I'm going to do some copy from my Firefox browser here. And let's do index of, and I want just certain file types. So I want MP3s. So to do that, oops, sorry about that. So to do that, I'm going to put parentheses, MP3, like so. So now I'm going to get MP3 files. If you want to do some more types of files, you can put the pipe delimiter, which is shift and the key usually right above enter, and I can put MP4. And I can do say WMV, something like that. And so now I'm going to get these three types of files in the index of section. I just want MP3s, so I'm going to get rid of these. Just search for MP3s and hit search. And now I have index of slash MP3, and usually those are pretty good. But there are a lot of sites out there that have spam, like this listen77.com. That's not a real index of, and I'll show you what I mean. If I click on that, you'll see that it comes up, it looks like an index of site here. But when I click on something inside of here, I get little pop-ups here going on. And let me go back before it pops up. Yep. So that's crap. You don't want that. So you got to be careful when you're searching here. No real way to get rid of those. They've set the site up to make it look like an index of. You just got to really scroll down and try to find something that looks more legit. The ones like this are definitely spam here because it doesn't have the slash afterwards. This one is probably spam because it's pixieland.org. That's probably spam too. Looking for something more arbitrary in the name. Let's see here. Try this one here. This one's going to be spam too, I bet. Let's try it. These are all GZs anyway. They're not even MP3s. So lots of spam out there. Alright, so let's refine it a little further here. I can say site.edu. And now I'm only going to get websites that are from edu sites, so colleges. And these are a little more legit. Most colleges don't have spam sites running on theirs. So, oops. Alright, so we have these edu sites. So I can click inside of here, and I got a couple of MP3s in there. And so I can click on the MP3, and it'll start playing in here inside of QuickTime Player. But I don't want to just play it. I actually want to save the file. So to do that, I just right-click and say Save Link As, and it will save it to my computer as an MP3. Alright, so let's go back. Alright, so I don't want just edu sites, and I don't want all MP3s. I want specific band names. So let's say you want Radiohead, and I want the song Creep. So I can put dot creep. Again, don't download the song unless you actually own the copyright to it. I'm not going in copyright infringement. Alright, so let's click search now, and now I'll get songs that, or sites that have Radiohead Creep on it. Again, I put a dot between Radiohead and Creep. The dot is saying whether it's Radiohead dash creep or Radiohead underscore creep, it doesn't matter as long as it's Radiohead and creep and it's separated by something. And again, this is listen 77, I know it's crap. I'm going to scroll down, and this one looks like a more legit one, and this is a legitimate index of. And you can tell it has the last modified date, the size, and description, the name at the top, and you can see all the information here. And you'll find out lots of other things besides just MP3s in here too, as you can see. Lots of things inside of here. And so there's Radiohead there, remix clips, studio mixes, there's even JPGs in here, pictures, things like that. So we can find our file that we want. Let's say I was searching for Bon Jovi here. I can click on that and I can listen to the song, or I can right click on it and save link as to save it to my computer. So let's go back here. So you can use the site one to look in edu sites, use the in title one to find the index of, and we can also use in URL. So in the URL total, I want to make sure it has something in the URL. So let's take out the .site, and let's say in URL, and I want to make sure that in the, oops, that's not IRL, in URL. In the URL, I want to make sure that it has the word music, something like that. Oops, I got to put a colon behind that, and I don't need quotes around music because it's just one word. I'll do music. And now I'll get ones that have music in the URL somewhere. And let's do a search here, and there's some music there inside of someone's computer on our web server out there. So this is a very easy way to find music. Again, you're going to put in quotes around the band name. There's going to be band name dot song name. So you make sure that you're using double quotes around the band name and the song name, and make sure you're using a period between there, and that period will give you either whatever the delimiter is that they put between there. It doesn't matter. So have fun searching on the web, finding lots of music out there. This is a way to save time without having to look through hours and hours of results here. You'll cut down on your number of results over here by using these techniques here. If you want to know more results and more things that you can search for, let me go back to Google here, and you can type in Google operators. There we go. And you'll see inside of search help here, Google has some of its operators listed here and have lots of help built in. The OR operator, exactly this, fill in the blanks, things like that. It'll help you find what you're looking for out on the web. So do a search out there. There's lots of sites that have these things listed too. Alright, cool. If you want to see some other search things that I'm not showing here, you want to know how to search for different stuff, leave me some comments, ask some questions, and I might make another video on how to use Google to search for other things. Later.